Hi everyone, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I've got a great collection of nested cutting dies. This one is for Slimline and there's 9 dies, and this one has 18. They're from our friends at Creative Craft Products. And these make beautiful cards like this one. They are so great to have in your toolbox. I can't wait to show you what else they came up with. So come back and play with us. So let's take a look at this Slimline set. As I said, there's 9 dies. The largest die, let's say I wrote this down, you guys, the largest one is 3 inches wide by 8 inches long, and the smallest one right here is a 1/2 inch wide by 5.5 inches long. So for this card, oops, I placed it on a Slimline card. Now we have packs of these here at Paper Wishes where they're already pre-cut, and they come with the envelopes that fit, so these fit very nicely on that. So for this one, gosh you guys, I think I used I did. I used the largest one right here and then used 2 more to just sort of sample a little piece of paper here, and I used Country Blooms paper pack. I just love, you guys, so beautiful. And the one I used, see if I can see it here without taking it out. I used this border one right here, just a little bit of that border. I had sort of a scrap of paper, and so I utilized that right here by die cutting that, matting that. I also inked the edges with what's become my favorite color, brown ink. This is Friar Brown, and I'm using this little applicator. I'm using this constantly. It's so nice. Then foam taped this bit right here, so it just popped that up. And then I got to do the fun part, got to embellish it. So my greeting right here, this is from More Greeting, I did look at the name, More Greeting Dazzle Stickers. They're beautiful font, you guys, really scrolly and pretty. Happy birthday right down there at the bottom. Wanted to pick that white up from the outside edges. And then I used these gorgeous flowers. These are florets from 49 and Market. This is Thistle. And I used 2 of the larger flowers. They're beautiful. And then I also use, this is grape crystals. And they are just amazing little gems and jewels that you can just glue right on there. Using this tiny little applicator bottle is really nice for using those. This card went together in under 15 minutes. It was super fast to put together. And I think that's what I like about these dies the most. They are great for quick and easy cards. I've got another one here for you. This one is an easel card from the Slimline. Let me tell you what I used with it first. So for this one, Magnolia Blossoms, a fantastic patterned cardstock, and the coordinating cardstock as well. And you guys, to start off with, I took my Slimline card and I scored it right down the center. So this is 3.5 by 8.5 inches long. So half of that is 2 3/4 of an inch. No, that's 1 3/4 of an inch. 1 3/4 of an inch, and had no problem just scoring that. Use my little scoreboard. And then you're just gonna fold that. Use your little bone folder there. And that was the base right there of that great little easel card. And I just took this one, die cut that from solid cardstock, and glued that just to the fold, below the fold. And that's what gives you that mechanism, okay? And this made this so easy, you guys. Just use these first 2 sizes. Oh, come on. There we go. Use these first 2 sizes, made that so easy. Just popped a little foam tape here from one of the cutouts, a little gingham ribbon, and a little greeting from, these are primary color script greeting dazzle stickers. And yes, we've got the primary colors in here. Where's the yellow? But we also added green and brown and black, just because those seem colors you need to use a lot of. Just put that thank you right there. And then what's important on the inside of your easel card is to put a little foam tape there so that you have something to, of course, prop that up on. And for the foam tape, I used our giant wheel of foam tape. Definitely check that out, you guys. That's a great price. So yeah, inked everything brown again. which is my favorite color that I showed you at the opening. So let's take a look now at the rectangles. Right, you get 18 of these, you guys. The largest, this down, is 5.5 inches by 7 1/8 of an inch. And the smallest, it's so tiny and cute, it's a 1/2 inch wide by 2 1/4 inches long. And by the way, I apologize for my blue fingers. I have no idea where the blue came from, somewhere between my desk and our studio. So it was too late to do anything about. All right, so for this next card, you guys, we're gonna take some stuff and build a card. So I'm using a nesting place, okay, 12 by 12 pattern cardstock, the coordinating solid, and this is gonna be so fast and cute. All right, so for this one, I just took a blank card that's 5 by 6.5 inches, and I covered that. Well, first I cut 1 3/4 of an inch, 1 3/4 of an inch from the outside right edge, okay? So cut away 1 3/4 of an inch. Then I covered that with a beautiful paper here. It's so gorgeous, you guys. I used this one right here, if you can see it. There's some beautiful florals. Covered the card front. Now I'm actually gonna take my little ink color. I'm just gonna ink that edge brown. So quick and easy. All right, and then we get to our little solid. And do you see how I'm nesting these on the inside? Took that little bird from the same piece of cardstock, and the solid, that's on the inside. One of the cutouts, that's on the inside. So now we're gonna go ahead and glue the pink mat down. All right, that's gonna go right there, and I'm gonna center this so that it looks nice right here. Right, there we go. Okay, the next size down there, I've inked the edges here. I've also just gone ahead and put a little tiny words and phrases dazzle sticker right there to save a little time. That's the wrong one. Here they are. Use that in gold, just a little hello. And then on the back, you guys, I put some links of that foam tape roll that I showed you. But here's the thing, I'm not gonna take those off quite yet. I took one of the smaller sizes here, these rectangles, like this one right here. I cut that from that same green. All of this came from one sheet of patterned cardstock. And I'm folding over about 1/4 of an inch right there, right? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue that. We're gonna make a little closure. I'm gonna glue that on the back, that little flap. And then on my foam tape, I've made sort of a little tunnel, a little path there that this is gonna be able to slide in and out of. See where I'm going with that? So cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove backing from this stuff. I'm gonna show you how easy this is. Now, so that you get this all lined up in the right direction, I would suggest placing that right there. And then we're gonna turn it over, and then we're gonna center this where we want it on our mat. I'm gonna kind of use the camera here to see. There we go. All right. That worked out. Now we're going to just put a little glue back here. There we go. We're going to put that right there. Then I've got a little bit of ribbon here. This came from our little 1/8 inch assorted ribbons. They're little grosgrain. So I took this little bright pink one. This can just stick right here. Just a little bit of glue. I'm going to put that right there above that little opening. All right. And then you guys, this is just going to open so nicely. What a nice presentation that makes, right? I think that is fun. And I like that it's very easy for somebody who's getting it. Sometimes the engineering can be a little difficult and people are like, what am I supposed to do with this? Well, if they just open it, they're gonna figure that out. I like that. Simple, easy. All right, I've got one more for you. Okay, so for this one, you guys, I used brand new collection Wood and Woodland pattern cardstock and the Solin cardstock that goes with it. I don't know what that is. And I love the little scenes, you guys. For this one, I used this great paper right here with this green sort of border at the bottom. And I used one of these cutouts right here with this cute little rascal, this little raccoon. So cute. And I actually die cut my card using one of the shapes. So the card is die cut into that fantastic, this rectangle's got this great notched, sort of almost like a label shape, doesn't it? So let's take a look. I'm gonna pull up one of these and see if it's the right size that I used. All right, hey, yeah, that's the right size. All right, so what I did was I took this one and whichever card size you like, this is a 5 by 6.5 inch card, and I just made sure that the edge was slightly off fold, okay? You don't want to put it too far because it'll wreck the shape of that label look, right? So it's just barely off of that. It's really important, okay? You're gonna run that through your die cutting machine. This is 5 inches wide, so it should go pass through very easily. And that's when you're gonna get this shape. And then I just took the ones that were, you know, nested down from that. For this piece right here, I took one of those rectangle labels and I die cut it a little smaller and a little larger, and then I just ripped that top edge and inked the whole thing brown. This one, these are little squares that come in here, but who says you can't go ahead and run that through the top part of your die and just notch those, right? So it only came to here, but it's tucked behind this paper. So we're really able to utilize these little cutouts. And then foam tape that little greeting there, just a little knot of ribbon there with a little dovetail. Inked the edges brown again. I think I used it on every card. Yeah, I think I succeeded in using brown on every card. And that was that. You could even do a nice embellishment on the inside. I just didn't take the time to do that. So you guys, as you can see, these cutting dies are a great tool to have. They're so versatile. And it makes your card making, it just cut everything down. I was so impressed with how quickly it could make all of these cards. So definitely check out the Money Saver. It's right on the right-hand side of your screen. If you want to shop 1 or 2 items, look down below the video on our Paper Wishes webisode page and you'll find everything from the ink pads to the little crystals that I used. All the paper packs are listed there. If you're watching us on YouTube, we haven't forgot about you. All you have to do is look at the link in the description box below the video, and that'll take you right to our Paper Wishes webisode page and you'll see everything I just mentioned. And while you're there, a thumbs up really helps people find our channel. And hey, subscribe. We do 4 to 5 videos a week. We wouldn't want you to miss a thing. Thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you next time.